Hello. Okay, that's working. All right, I'm just waiting on folks to get in here and then I'll start going over stuff. It's okay, I'm here. Good. Coco ni iru you. All right, we still only got 2 people up in here. Don't make me add everyone. I'll do it. I got more power than Donald Trump. I'm using my power. I did it. That's how important this is. Everyone, get in here. Alright, I'm gonna put some B-roll footage up while this is going on. Behind the scenes for those who get to join. Oh look, it said, wait, wrong thing. Darn. First rate streamer. Here we go, boys. Japan trip, behind the scene at Mizuho, visiting the birthplace of Clannad. Behind the scenes, unfooted, raw footage. Cutting the audio down though, so you don't hear my embarrassing intro perspectives as I'm walking toward the hill. Alright, so we've got 4 people in here, still waiting on a couple of the others to join, and then I'll start going over all of the changes. What cam is that? This is a GoPro Hero 5 Black. Do you cry in this video? I did not put said videos into this playlist. Those are private, Ben. I know. I'm sorry. We're still waiting on some people to join. Icy just sent me over the Reddit post that's gonna get posted in just a few minutes, discussing some of the changes and kind of what we're gonna be doing moving forward. This is actually a pretty funny moment here upcoming. So this is the entrance of the hill from the first episode, the biggest scene, and they actually had it completely blocked off, and it was pretty I was like freaking out. I was like, what the heck, why is it blocked off? Am I not gonna be able to go up to the hill? I was like really tilted, but I was like, nah fam, I'm gonna jump it. Not really, I'm too fat. Scooted over this traffic cone here. So cut that music off. Criminal voltage. Look, I saw a little old lady walking down the hill, so I was like, all right, well, she came back from somewhere, so maybe it's just blocked off for trucks or something. I didn't care. I'd have gone to jail for this. Well, if she was involved in a heist, then she should have tried to rob me too. I had some pretty expensive equipment on me, and she probably could have. She could have taken me. Ain't no doubt. Yo, video. What are you doing? Oh, okay. This is tragic. I don't know. I may have been putting on the other. It's a VLC playlist, so it may have been going to the next video. But it's also reading from my other NVMe SSD, so I don't know. Maybe it wants to be on C. I don't know. Yo, y'all probably hear me out of breath though. This is the top of the hill. How many people? Is this the hill from Canon? I'm gonna punch you. Is this recorder on your phone voltage? No, this is my GoPro. Audio is coming from it, which is why it's terrible, and why I was going to eventually, once I made my cuts, I was going to do some voiceover, because the GoPro Hero 5 has terrible audio, like it's horrendous. So, yeah, it looks like this is a couple of others. So you got the benches here that they sat on. So that was another good take. Now we got 4 people. All right, come on, guys. Where's everybody else? Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm being lied to. Let's see. Oh look. I'm playing the song all through my phone. All right, we got 14 people. All right, Twitch is just stupid. All right. Let's go. Let's get started. All right. So, what are we doing here today? So we're gonna be talking about the. Let me cut this audio down. We're gonna be talking about the new Clannad Discord that Icy, me, and some other fellas are forming. That's the whole server. Okay. And we're going to be going over why we're making a new one, some of the changes we're hoping to implement, and at the end we'll hopefully be sending out a link in the current Discord for those who are interested in a more focused experience on just Clannad, because as everyone knows, we have definitely fallen off the rails on this being a Clannad server. And I'll go into kind of some of the reasons why and why all that happened. This is one of the staircases that was in the show too. So we're gonna first start off as to why great voltage are we why are we needing another Discord. So for the past probably year, 2 years, the current Discord has, as everyone has become aware, has more so shifted into a Discord about with more of a conglomerate and a server with friends, really more of a tight-knit group where we all met in the server. But Clannad has definitely become a not much of a focus anymore. Some of that is because we had our Clannad discussions years ago when we first joined, and the majority here have talked about it, and the majority here have not really shown an interest in it for quite some time, for better or for worse. So we kind of started shifting toward adding new channels and doing other things to kind of keep interest here for those who are still here so they wouldn't leave. And just a lot of us, realized we had a lot of similar interests and kind of started forming our own little niche group. And so we ended up, I think it was a little over a year ago, we ended up kind of going private because a lot of the people we were getting into the Discord were not, they were coming here to talk about Clannad. They were not here to, really kind of share the bond and experience we were having. Some joined, we talked about Clannad a little bit, but we kept having kind of a revolving door where people would come to talk about it, but no one would really be interested, so they'd just leave. And so it kind of just, we just kept getting people coming in, leaving, and we weren't getting a lot of people staying. Some people were getting, I don't want to say bullied out, but the whole rule we had about having tough skin and stuff, that wasn't kind of, people didn't realize how some of us interact and joke and all that. In our defense, no one ever followed the rule about taking it up with one of the admins. I never got DM'd about an issue with people on the server or things going on, so I never had the opportunity to step in, explain what was going on. Listen, don't look, Ben is just don't listen to Ben. He's fine. He's trolling. Other people just trolling. It's fine. What you want to talk about Clannad, we can talk about Clannad all day. That's what we were here for. But it ended up just not working out. So a couple of weeks ago, Icy and I heard about a new group trying to start a Clannad server. So we've been working with them to build a new one, with some of the kind of core values we had here at the start, and working with them with implementing some changes they'd like that we felt were good ideas, and building a new one, hopefully a better one. It will be public. It will be the replacement on the subreddit. So question now is, so what about this server? What are we doing here? So for right now, we're not going to do anything. We will probably eventually work on, you know, maybe shifting some of the Clannad related things off of here since it's kind of not as relevant. So maybe removing some of the roles and things, maybe rebranding it a little bit. The admin team has kind of formulated a new name, which I think most people will like and appreciate. We've used it before to kind of exclaim who we are. So I guess I will formally announce. So we will probably be changing the name of the OG Discord to the Clannad Discord. It's very original, we know, but I think it's kind of a good name of kind of still has the clan part, the family part, and then the lads part of us being the lads. So we still kind of have that, you know, history with the Clannad, the clan part, but also adding on that we've kind of become more lads than nads. So so that's kind of the plan there. I've got the Reddit post that IC has posted. I am going to read it. You know, I mean, obviously, y'all could check it on the subreddit later, give it an upvote for our boy IC. He will appreciate it. But I will read it here nonetheless. So for probably over 2 years now, the current Clannad Discord server that is associated with this subreddit has been invite only. Basically, the old format was that you had to send a message and I'd send you an invite. A lot of people didn't like this and thought it was an unnecessary step in trying to get into our server. There were many reasons why we did this, but overall we felt that if we added this extra step, this would deter people from raiding our server and people joining just to troll other members, because both of which had happened many times. At the time, we thought this was a great idea, and I certainly didn't mind inviting people if they took the extra step. We had at most 150 members at the time, so this definitely made things easier. With far less traffic, our community became very comfortable, a little bit too comfortable. Clannad discussion of any kind slowly became next to non-existent. New people that were invited joined a server that was anything but a Clannad server. We became a group of just close friends, talking about anything and everything that came to mind. Most new people were not comfortable with us. We had no Clannad discussion to offer them, and on top of that, over time, we grew to become a very toxic server to newcomers. This is something I grew to hate and wanted to change, but with something of the management of our server, as well as IRL things happening, we just ignored the problem and prolonged trying to fix it. Believe it or not, I attempted to start working on this last year, but it just never got finished. True, IC had been talking with me for a while about trying to do some changes and trying to fix the issues. Just stuff kept coming up. You know, I moved last year. I was in Japan for a month. COVID hit. Just stuff hit the fan. Anyways, all of that ends today. I am very excited to announce a new Clannad Discord server that will forever be open to everyone and forever be about the wonderful stories of Clannad and everything that follows. This new server will be set up slightly differently, as well as have some new faces on our admin team to ensure things will be ran smoothly and our server remains welcoming and on topic. IC and I want to apologize to everyone that joined our server before and was not satisfied with the experience, especially if it was a toxic one. I promise you, all this time we will make things work and we will make them right. We have grown so much as a subreddit over the years, so it would be very exciting to see the same come from the Discord server as well. Thank you all so much for sticking around, and I hope all of you are staying safe out there and washing your hands. The invite to the new server will be in the sidebar as well as shown below. So once he posts that, hopefully we will have the link out there and people will be able to join the new server. I will also add it to the announcements here once I've gotten the go-ahead. So that is that. Did I miss any questions? Clannad, poggers. He said nads. Lads is greater than nads, indeed. Alright, if y'all have any questions, hit me up. I'm going to drink some Monster because that was a long read. Can I start pretending to have seen Clannad yet now? You have fooled us for the last time, Ben. How much did that GoPro cost? GoPro 5 was, I bought it in 2018, I think, because I bought it for Anime Expo. I think it was like 300-ish at the time. But honestly, the GoPro Hero 8, or it may be up to 9 now, is out. And it's definitely, my personal recommendation is it's definitely worth to invest in the newer one, just because, for one, it has better built-in visual stabilization, video stabilization, and the audio is a lot better in the new ones, and it can actually be more so used for vlogging without having to have an external like USB mic attached with like a Rode mic with a pop filter and stuff. And the other issue is like this GoPro Hero 5. I bought the gimbal for it, which was like another 200, which is why the stabilization on this is great, but the gimbal doesn't allow you to hook up an external microphone to the Hero 5, so it's like, so basically I'm kind of stuck with the audio without having a external lapel mic or something hooked up to me, or some other thing. You won't abandon the clan, lads, right? So I will basically be here just as much as I have been. Just kidding. I'm hoping I will be able to be active at least a little bit more now that things are starting to kind of cool down for me. If people would like to stay on, I can kind of give some life updates on me, kind of what I've been doing, where I been, even though I've still been lurking. I've still seen most of the messages, even though I never reply. I'm still here. I will say that Sea of Thieves has taken up a very large portion of my time lately. If I'm not working. I kind of want something like that for the next time I go to Japan. I highly recommend it. I had, I think, 2 batteries, and I had about 4 or 5 64 gig SanDisk Extreme SD cards, micro SD cards for the GoPro. I think I took about 7 hours of 1080p footage, and and that the 4 64 gig cards was enough for 7 hours of footage. I would recommend bringing more. I think one of my cards was having issues. When I got the Akihabara, the gimbal was having, the GoPro was having problems reading one of my SD cards, and I ended up being full on all the others, so I ended up not getting a lot of footage of Akihabara, even though I didn't really feel like taking and videoing into the stores anyways, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. I do wish I had gotten more footage, at least on the outside and stuff, but that's whatever. It's kind of one of my only regrets. But I do think having a GoPro, it wasn't an issue, walking with it while doing everything else. It was, especially if you have a gimbal or something where it kind of manages itself. Elaborate on this new server will be set up slightly differently. So the new server, we've made some changes to some of the channel structure. Some of the roles we've had we didn't need for this one. Some of the ranks, we've added some new ranks. Um, the admin team right now is consisting of just me, IC. We added Ron to help with some of the Dinobot and some of the other stuff. And then we've got two new admins that are from the other Discord they were trying to set up. And their names are Sep7 and Whale Rinth. Is that the Pokemon? Anyways, some of the other things, just kind of looking through, we added a affiliated servers, to list all the other servers in the key structure that we're affiliated with now. We kind of reduced the voice channels that we had previously. Some of the roles are pretty much the same. We didn't really change that much. We kind of simplified them, I would say, and made it a little bit more open, if anything. I think we combined some of the channels, like gaming and tech. We, instead of having a separate other games and league channels, since this is a more Clannad focused, we refocused that effort and made that into one channel versus having separate ones. Since that should be a off-topic, conversation and not really one that should be meant for a full channel. So we've got majority of Clannad and Tomio after. We've added Dungeons and Takafumis. We've added as its own channel. We kind of we actually added reaction roles, so you can join if you've not seen Tomio After or read Tomio After, or if you've not played Dungeons and Takafumis. We've added roles and ranks for that, and you'll be able to react and have access to those channels when you have read and seen or want to access that content. I would say I think it was the 7 Ron where the audio got better. I think the 8, I was reading something on the 8. I'd have to pull it up. There was something that the 8 added that I thought was pretty nice. And it may have been just a higher resolution / FPS on the base. And I think I know they started adding some like mods for it, for the GoPro. And I don't remember if it was on the 7 or the 8 that they did. There's a that's it. The Hero 8 added the hyper smooth, which is just more of just more stabilization, um, without having to have a gimbal. So, and I think when I was reading it, um, I think the video on a shot with a hyper smooth 2.0 they call it is much more stable than even the 7, which is still much better than the predecessors. Um, so, I think that was a pretty big jump. I think it has a better chip in it to accommodate that. Um, Anyways, there's some other couple of other things. Yes, Ben. Little Busters was deleted by IC on the new one. We are not removing it from the OG one. Okay, because I can't. I gotta be able to back up my data. Damn it. I don't care about the new one. Well, shut up. When I get the messages exported out of Little Busters, we can remove it. Or if y'all want to export if you want to export the messages out of Little Busters, and get them to me, then you can remove it. How about that? This is a GoPro ASMR stream now. This is already too much work. All right. Let's see. Did you post the? It looks like Icy posted. Like Icy posted the new Discord link. Did he post it in announcement? Did you post it on the OG Discord? I don't think he posted it on the OG. Oh, there he goes. Okay. All right. Way to just take my thunder. Okay. Whatever. All right. All right. So, anyone got more questions for me? Should I go over? Should I go over anything? I mean, it's been like, God forbid, how long since we've done any sort of Discord related podcast thing, discussion, talk, stream, whatever. Can you stream from the GoPro to your phone? Like on, say, a Discord or a Twitch stream? So the newer GoPros, I think, have the ability to stream a lot easier than the old ones. I know, so for mine, um, your options in the past, you had an HDMI out that you could use, hook it up to a capture card and run it through, run it through that way. And people were, running those mini HDMIs or HDMI outs to, their streaming backpack that had a capture card in it, and they had their setup, whatever crazy setup they had in the backpack that would send it out. Some other ways, there is an RMTP URL you could do. It was a pain in the butt and it didn't work half the time. I tried to set that up for a project at the school. That was a nightmare. So I think the newer ones, have either built-in ways to stream for IRL or whatever. I definitely think the Hero 7 and 8 will let you stream to Twitch on iOS, Facebook, YouTube, and you can use an RTMP URL. Easier on those, and you could, in theory, if you have that, actually set up Restream or something that would send it everywhere else. I want to upgrade to the 8. It doesn't matter right now since all the conventions are canceled, but I do want to upgrade to the 8 for any of my next big trips, just to have some of that audio upgrade and some of the stabilization without having to have the gimbal and the streaming, because the only IRL I was able to try and do was just with my phone, and especially like in here, I didn't have data, was pretty choppy, and the Wi-Fi thing I had wasn't too good on battery life, so I didn't have the luxury of being able to do it. I think I was using SoftBank. It was a SoftBank pocket Wi-Fi. I bought it from CD Japan, um, or rented it from CD Japan, but I think it ended up being a SoftBank service provider. I have no clue what it was using. SoftBank High Speed is the um, Hello Work. I don't know. I'm not seeing it listed. I'm not seeing it listed on here anywhere. Do 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 do. Main pocket Wi-Fi service providers, SoftBank. So it was SoftBank. I think some of them they offered was Docomo was the other one. Um, because what ended up happening, I was actually trying to rent it from somewhere else, but it ended up they never shipped it, um, or so I ended up having to cancel it and my rail pass, and I ended up having to buy the rail pass there, and order this like the day we were leaving, in order for it to get there. Um, so this was not the CD Japan one wasn't my initial first choice, but so it was bad. The place I tried to buy it from, because I think I tried to buy the rail pass and the pocket Wi-Fi from the same place, and the rail pass would have the rail pass was taking too long, apparently, and then the pocket Wi-Fi, it was on the same order. The pocket Wi-Fi never shipped, so I had to cancel the whole thing. So it sucked. When am I going again? So Macy and I definitely want to go back. We're probably gonna shoot for probably 2022 at this point, um, or 2023, but hopefully 2022. Um, Kind of our goal right now. I think we're gonna try and take a. I think we may try and do a trip next year, with some of the other group, some of the main group, instead of it just being the two people I went with last time. Um, I think we're going to try and do a bigger thing, and we may try and go to Ireland and Scotland area. It'll be a much cheaper, 1 year trip. Um, so I think that's kind of what we're going to do. We're going to do next, and then try and go back to Japan after that. We want to go to New Zealand, probably after that. Um, but I definitely want to cover more Japan. I mean, I didn't even scratch the surface, obviously. Um, I'm still hoping to get through all the Japan footage and splice it in and splice it all together and get some videos out there of each of the locations we went to slash some highlights, and then do my specific Clannad Mizuho one. Um, I just haven't had time. It's a lot of things I have to go through. I did not take my vape with me, so I actually went 2 weeks without it. Um, the I could have, um, but for one, I didn't. I just didn't want to deal um, with the juice. I would have had to replace the coil as soon as I got there. Maintenance on that would have been just whatever. Um, and I didn't want to deal with having to go to the smoking booth areas and finding them, and making the guys wait for me. And you know, I didn't actually see a lot of it when I was there too, which was interesting. So I was kind of glad I didn't, anyways. So I did see a couple of shops in Shinjuku though. I had meant to go in one just to kind of see what all they had versus what we had. Um, but that was kind of the only thing. How many people we still got in here? Um, I was considering going over my house video with everyone that didn't see it in the OG chat way back, but I don't think there's many people in here now. I'll watch it again. Yeah, I think we've got 3 admins in here. So, all right. So I think that's pretty much. We want to give them a link later or just tell them posted. Okay. Yeah, so this is just a clarification for the stream. For the OG members to please not to join the new Clannad Discord unless you're interested in actually talking about Clannad, because it will be strictly a Clannad Discord. It won't be, there's the other channels for other topics, but we're gonna try not to let it get to this point again. So it will pretty much just be there for welcoming new people, talking about Clannad. I am hoping to maybe do some Clannad rewatches. I still have to go through the Clannad VN again. Um, so, and maybe do a read-through on Tomio After. So, those are things I'd like to do and do some podcasts for. But I got to finish Little Busters first. So, well, if no one has anything else for me, I am going to call it. And I may, if anyone is interested, I will probably be streaming maybe some Sea of Thieves or something else later. So thanks everyone for taking the time to come out. And y'all have a good one. Oh wait, I gotta end it with a big rip for the highlight. All right, time to die. Here we go.